That's horrible.
Extra
But
course. Extra
but
course.
what's super real though is what you're touching on, Sticky, is, and I think I used to take
On time.
I used to lean on this. There's no longer a common rhythm to everybody's existence as an adult.
No.
When you and I were kids, we were all children. I guarantee you we could probably, with some degree of variance, some degree of flexibility based upon factors we know, race and growth and all that. But there's probably 40-50% of what they was doing, all fucking parents was doing the same shit. You know what I mean?
Commonality to it, right?
Super commonality. Like there's a thread of like, I could have went to Sticky house, I could have went to fucking Ian house, James house, and over 3 days I'd be like, yeah, you act just like my motherfucking mom on certain shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, it was that thing. It was that normal rhythm of going to work, whether they went to work during the day, swing shift, night shift, didn't matter. It was work, come home, food things, house things. We had things that we were expected to do, expected to do, right? We could be left alone, right? Most of the time, right? You know what I'm saying? There was things that, but you're right. There was a whole rhythm. There was a whole cadence of things that just don't exist.
What happened
to that exist anymore.
So what happened to that shit?
The internet.
Well, no. Well,
blame the internet.
I agree with you there.
The biggest thing is the imbalance of wages versus cost of living.
Well, that's a whole nother bag.
Now, time out. It will tie in.
Let him finish.
Yeah, So, me growing up in the 80s, my dad was a truck driver. My mom did not work per se. She worked like seasonal gigs, whatnot. It's maybe more so for her to get out the house and get away from just the doldrums, just being a housewife, right? She's like right on that precipice when it was the beginning of women getting out to the workforce, right? So we were able to have a fantastic house in a good neighborhood, go to good schools off of one salary. Today, you gotta have, mom and dad gotta have a fucking fantastic, great job, and or have a little side hustle on top of that to make ends meet. So that takes away from having somebody at home all the time. If somebody came home from school, mom was home. Dad was out on the road, truck driving and whatnot. Today, that is not a possibility because back then you can like do a job out of high school and then work there for 20, 25, 30 years, own a house paid off, mortgage not existent, vacation, do your damn thing. Now you can't do that shit. I will be lucky right now if I retire when I'm 70. And then when I'm 70, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm trying to going? Like where the fuck you gonna move? Where the fuck you gonna live? I have that same like you are hitting on a real. You actually are hitting on.
That's what I'm talking about.
We talked about really the deepest fears and insecurities and how they affect your life. I mean, this is actually a real one because what you really it's so funny how this conversation really started in place and evolved exactly from when we were talking about the family to now we're talking about these things that require to build that, and now it's to that same thing. And what's funny, man, you right as fuck. Like you really right, because
I mean think about it. We are in our late 40s, so go back say 15, 20 years. Life was still like you can understand this. You know what? I can get a good job, get a house, I'm good. In that small amount of time, in this same exact area, that shit got erased.
You know what we need to go back to?
Go ahead.
And women gonna get mad as fuck when I say this, but it's true. But I'm gonna tell them how we make it better.
I heard what you're gonna say.
We need to go back to the time of like, what was that? Probably like the 40s and the 50s and shit.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. Don't get it twisted. Black
right.
and Latino.
I'm working, you stay home, take care of the house.
So time out with that shit. But the environment of which people were able to function is what I'm talking about.
Right.
And then if we could bring the future of today, the freedoms that people have,
Combined,
that I think if we combine the two is a level of freedom in America that people could live with. Because I think what's funny is, to your point, people have no reason to be tolerant of any fucking thing because they broke and they pissed off. So every fucking new alphabet letter to represent somebody's freedoms fucking gonna piss a motherfucker off at this point.
Exactly.
It don't matter if you right, wrong, rich, or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hear people talk they mad at gay people. I'm like, gay people make more money than your ass. Like, come on, dude. Like, I've seen it on every side. I've seen it with the gay people. I've seen it with the straight people. I'm like, dude, when every time I was around gay people, they balling. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why it's that way. And these cats that live in the same America we do. So clearly some of their habits, from financial habits and maybe some of the other living shit, it might be something every American could benefit from. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you sleep with a man or two women, whatever. If you doing some shit and you finna retire before me, Sticky, and Ian, put us the fuck on. Because we want to fucking retire early too. Like, I don't give a fuck what your personal preference is. But on the other flip side, everybody in America could benefit from exactly what you talked about: a stable, consistent method of living in America where you can then maybe at least raise your kid or feel like you connected to your kid again. Because honestly, like, how do you stay connected, Mike? Like, how do you stay connected to your kid? Like, does your wife work?
There are four different topics we're talking about simultaneously right now. Okay. And to answer your immediate question, right now, no, she's not working. We're pretty much a single income household right now, and that's me. But I agree with what you said, Greedi. Is like, one of the problems to get us, where we are right now. Like, you're not able to do the things that we were able to do 20 years ago.
Right.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, Basil, about the 40s, right? My thinking is further afield than that.
I got you.
So
don't dwell, push on.
Well, the way I see it is, America will fail as an experiment, right? But globally, humans are going to fail as an experiment.
Right.
If we can't figure out how to, lions, bears, and fish could give a fuck what the one next to them is doing or thinking about, right? As a species, if we don't come together as a species, it's not going to matter what we do, 10 years from now, 200 years from now, right?
We're
fucked. And we are perfectly capable of doing it. Right. And everybody knows that when there's some type of big tragedy, politics goes out the window, religion goes out the window, preferences go out the window, right? Nobody gives a shit about that. They focus on that problem right then and there. And then the rest of it comes back in later, right?
Right.
So all the issues that we're running into, it's all perception. It's all perception. It's perceived shit.
Now you playing the big boy game right now with your conversation.
Okay. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm tired of listening to everything else. When
the macro, the mini, the small game
is not going to do anything for anybody, right?
Right.
My kids are doomed to live in a world that is going to be completely fucked, right? And 150 years from now, we could fix it if people started actually thinking about it and working on it now.
Yeah.
But
it's too divided.
Are they going to?
No, it's too divided.
It's not. It's beyond division, Greed. It's perception.
Yeah.
The division is created purely because of perception. That's all it is, right? Race is perception. Religion is perception. Economics is perception. It's all perception.
Well, what I'm saying is, as far as the divisiveness is all, whatever it is, it's all an illusion. Because no matter Because no matter what, if I don't like you, you don't like me. We neighbors, whatever. Next door, town, state, country, whatever. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If I shit in the water supply, we all fucked up. That's what's going on. And nobody's, well, I can buy a bottle of water. You buy a bottle of water today.
Yeah, but are you going to buy a bottle from downstream where you used to get it? Because you can't, because I shit upstream, right? Again, perception. Like, all our problems are perception, and as a species, we know we can do better. We choose not to.
We choose not to. Yeah. And that is the difference between being ignorant and stupid. Stupid,
doesn't know any better.
Doesn't know anything.
Ignorant doesn't care.
No, you choose not to react on it.
Well, this is the biggest problem I have with our current Sticky, to kind of smoke the peace pipe that you laid down and take a bigger hit. What we're really talking about is changing the societal construct of how we feel as human beings. If we really gonna go there.
Yes,
because
sir.
what we're talking about is every minor brick in the foundation of the life we currently live in is already fucking crooked and cracked, and it's like just waiting to fall apart with the right level of push. And no matter how you look at it, to your point, the oceans are going to fucking rise, period.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I don't give a fuck what you motherfuckers want to talk about politics or the next Tesla or how many chicks you're riding out with or your gold chains or rap song. Motherfucker, the fucking oceans are going to fucking rise, period. There's no goddamn going back on that shit. We're not going to put some huge ass, we're not going to put a freezer out there and fucking freeze water. You know what I'm saying? So boom, that's a fact.
Yeah.
It's hot than a motherfucker right now.
Right.
If you think it's going to get cooler, you're tripping. I don't know about you, but I looked at that shit in Dubai. They said it's 130 or some shit. It felt like 150 with the water dew point or some shit. I said, oh, Jesus. They said they barely having people walking around out there, and that's going to be the norm. So if you think that's going to be isolated, you're tripping. Everywhere around here is going to be hot. So what that means, water going to become scarce, which means food patterns about to change. So to your point, at what point do we stop the pyramid and go the right or left way so we can do it? Or do we say, fuck it, we gonna stab ourselves in the motherfucking heart and cut off all our good tasty bits and cook them bitches and feed it to ourselves? Because that's what we're doing. Because at the end of the day, I tell a motherfucker like this: so you willing to destroy the planet for money?
It's already a wrap.
The universe didn't create money. God didn't create money. Whatever you believe in, even if you don't believe in God, didn't create money. The monetary monitor of how you get a fucking A to B thing. So that's the reason we fucking each other up. Take money out. But then it's gonna be like, well, how do I get my Ferrari?
Well, doesn't matter. You're in exchange one currency for another, basically.
Something got to manage the flow of what
whether it's a currency and it's your economics, whether it's a religion and it becomes a belief, right?
It don't matter.
It's a perception, and we are physically capable of working together to fix things, but we don't. We choose not to. But what?
So I listened to NPR the other day. They basically saying, at this rate, the turnaround is like, if we don't start doing shit dramatically by, say, like 2050 or something like that, or 2042, whatever. It's not too far away, but far away. Right. Basically, it's a wrap. No matter if you start doing shit after a certain point, no matter what you do, it's like basically it's like you trying to put silly putty on a big ass hole in the dam. It ain't gonna work. Let's
go ahead. Let's go ahead and say that we already know it's a wrap, right? Okay. We're not going to reverse climate change,
right?
It's just we're not at a point now where we're going to be able to do it, right?
Right.
So your oceans are going to rise by 10 feet because eventually both southern and northern polar caps are going to melt. Oceans go by 10 feet.
Right.
90%, or conservatively, we'll say 75% of the world's population lives within 100 miles of the oceans.
Yep.
So now whole bunch of people have now migrated in and or died, right? The weather patterns that are going to shift are going to make it extremely difficult to grow food for everybody else, right? Whether it's hot or cold, doesn't matter. It's the weather patterns are going to change so much so that the crops that we're growing now won't be sustainable then, right? So now you can't feed anybody.
All the seafood. Seafood is a wrap.
Well, seafood could be a different story, right? And there are a lot of ways. So the thing that humanity has for it, going for it, is our ability to adapt. Now, our bodies need a certain living condition that we can live in, right? But we are capable of creating mechanisms to survive in extremes. So much like nature is extremely good at adapting when it needs to, right? The animal kingdom is going to be all right, generally speaking, right? The rest of, us, humanity, not so much if we don't get our shit together.
Right.
And it's just, I'm not saying people aren't thinking that far ahead. Sure, they are, but not enough of them.
Well, no,
because, and so many people are so wrapped up in their here and now.
Right.
What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for my kids? What are you going to do for my, my generations? Well, the answer is nothing. Your kids have to start solving the problem. For their future generations, because we're already screwed. But people don't want to have that conversation.
Oh, baby, I'm gonna get you pregnant, and you're gonna have the great Messiah, and that motherfucker gonna come out and fix everything, and we can.
This ain't doing. You're not having the Quizarts Haderach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what the fuck? I'm like, I keep looking at these motherfuckers on TV, like you some bitches act like Jesus Christ gonna come back with a blunt in his mouth, like yo, I think everybody can hit this cosmic weed. This is some good shit, right? Yo, I'm gonna fix everything right now.
Listen,
stop. Like it's not fucking Rick and Morty or whatever the fuck. Like it's not.
You were a true believer.
God,
you were a true believer. You gonna be all right.
Motherfuckers act like that shit gonna happen. Or are we gonna go to Ready Player One or some shit? Like the world is complete shit, but it's like it's okay. I can beam up. Okay, I am a taco with wings. I can do anything. What the fuck? The fuck this kind of world is. But look, I'm gonna tell you straight up because we get close to the top of the hour. What I want to do is save, this wonderful energy for our next cast. But before we go, I want to give all of y'all, both of y'all, all of us, a few seconds, minute and a half or so to say anything on your mind and best wishes for what you think we can bring to the world and what we're gonna keep inspiring the world to be like. So,
Sticky.
So the immediately where my mind goes is Heavy Metal, Act 3, where the guy says, "Death, death, death to all those who oppose us." That's where my mind goes.
Is it Taxi?
No. That was Act 1. That was Act 1. Act 3 was they were in the dystopian craziness and the dude with the long hair and the bikers and all that shit. So yeah.
The part where dude was running around the fucking spaceship and shit.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, I used to have nightmares about this shit. I was like, yo, these
fucking crazy. Yeah.
Stern.
Yeah.
Shit was where the guy with the crazy. Yeah. Oh, dude, I love that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Hannibal. Yes. Goodbye.
Because the shit with the airplane, I figured that was just fucking hell. Like if a motherfucker died and went to hell, I figured that's what it's gonna be like. Just death
zombies and shit. Absolutely. So anyway, what positive thing do I want to leave on us with this? Which I mean, you choose to end on any note that you want, so why not choose to end on a positive note?
Absolutely.
And that is that despite all the stupidity, there's still hope. There's still hope, right? There's still hope. There's still the fact again that we know that people can get their shit together, can work together. Yeah, there's still hope. So that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. Ian. No, we're gonna go with you, Ian. What you got?
Okay. So me is just, I mean, my shit. So I'm trying to simplify it because mine goes back just common sense, or even more so, integrity. The simple definition of integrity, I can't say it verbatim. Basically, it's like you understand right from wrong. You understand the morality of what is going on around you and whatnot, right? And more people choose to ignore that than others, right? And to me, it just baffles me. People driving crazy, doing dumbass shit and whatnot. I just like, but even just at work. That's what I'm talking about right now. It just astounds me that you have a very simple existence as far as like you get up, you go to work, you go home, right? No matter what your job is. Now, granted, if you're working in a oil field versus you're working in the garden, okay. But I'm saying, but for the most part, it's you get up, go to work, come home, right? Now, who wouldn't love to get up in the morning, go to work, and get bossed up all day, and get paid and go home? Who wouldn't want that? Who would say no? Right?
Man, can I work there forever?
But we don't live there, right? We don't live not yet. We don't live there. But my whole thing is like, exist where you are appropriately. You know what I'm saying? You chose your job. Your job didn't choose you. Your life is your life. I have no control of what you do. You had to control what you want to do, right? So saying that just basically, hey, make the best of what you have. Take advantage of it in the integral sense. And use that shit and push the fuck on.
That's real shit, though. Hey, push the fuck on, though. Stop that bullshit.
Fuck on. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I can roll with that. All right, shit. Well, for me, what I'm gonna say is, it's always a pleasure to meet you and talk to you and vibe with you, gentlemen. It's even more important as I get older. I think for me, one of the things I'm realizing is, and this has been a big lesson for me, used to be my old motto. I said, patience is for suckers. Well, I think it's the other way now.
Yeah.
If you don't have patience, you are a sucker. And I've been running around here a sucker my whole life for a long time, just trying to, something you said and hit on earlier, like going around hitting all these different things, jumping around hot. And I think that's where I see the opportunity for me to give people that experience, to say, hey, don't take what you got going on in your life for granted. Right. Enjoy what you got right now, the person that's with you for good and bad, and be the leader, the light to get to the better place where you want to live, and take them motherfuckers with you. And if they can't go with you, leave their ass on the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Say that part again.
If you, man, try to get to that better place, take them motherfuckers with you. And if they can't go, leave their ass on the corner. It's like the Starship Enterprise in this bitch. We beaming up together, but if you bullshit, I'm gonna leave you on the planet.
Beam the fuck off.
I'm out this bitch. Like Captain Kirk was getting boss and major puss. He was not gonna get that boss or that puss by sitting around with the Klingons drinking and shit.
Green and blue puss too.
Yeah, drinking that blue water. Come on, man, I sure wish I could get me some Vulcan pussy. Like,
but I mean, if you want to talk about some angry pussy, I'm curious about the Klingons.
Hey,
hey,
you might die, but
you might die.
You might die, but it'd be.
It'd be worth it. You're going out, one, with your boots on, okay. Two, in a blazing ball of fucking fiery glory, and three, everyone's going to be talking about this. I mean, this is like not Starship Troopers, Galaxy Quest. They're like, oh, that's not right. That's. But hey, Fred, with the, you know what I'm saying? He was all with it. You know.
Hey, because every time I see that, I was like, damn, either that shit is dumbass pleasure, or it's just like, like, I don't even know. Because I mean, anyway, but we gonna get the stupid shit like that, like, you know. If you had a choice between the type of alien puss, would it, like, you know, you get to an alien planet, you got the predator puss and the alien puss. Which one you gonna rock with? One
Damn,
go
wait, you had to go
and one
Predator
gotta eat.
Alien? Really? Was
Yeah.
Predator?
Yeah, ain't no motherfucking good choice in
All
that
right,
shit.
all right. First of all, there will
The
be
two
no
can be
boss.
the same, right?
There will be no boss. There will be there will be no boss.
Hey.
I mean, like, if it's a choice between this thing and like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. That throat game on the Alien might be good. That thing is long. You like, ooh, girl. Like,
I don't, you know.
I don't know.
Damn.
You know, but anyway, we're gonna get into them topics the next time we get together and tell the gentlemen stay happy, stay peaceful. Everybody have a good time, man. We appreciate your time, and we're gonna see y'all on the next show. All right, man.
Gonna have nightmares. Thank you
Hey.
for that. I appreciate that.
That throat game.
Throat game. I'm just you know what?